Several Christian groups call for a boycott of Disney's new movie, Beauty and the Beast. The controversy comes after the director announced the live-action remake would contain a, quote, exclusively gay moment. The film opens in theaters today. Joining us now is Stephen Greydonis, the creator of DecentFilms.com and movie critic for the National Catholic Register. Stephen, what do parents need to know before taking their young children to this movie?
This version of Beauty and the Beast is not the same as the 1991 animated classic. It follows the same structure, sometimes beat for beat, line for line, and shot for shot. But compared to the 1991, it's got some added scenes, some added details. It's somewhat padded compared to the original. And I would say that there is a fair amount, more than I expected, frankly, from this version of Beauty and the Beast of innuendo, of double entendres, and really inappropriate humor.
Yes, your review had noted that a lot more sexual innuendos in this Beauty and the Beast than, frankly, any other Disney movie. Do you think this indicates a trend for the future?
Well, yes and no. I think that this version of Beauty and the Beast is very much the product of its director, Bill Condon, who is also the screenwriter for Chicago and the director of Kinsey. He is an openly gay filmmaker, and he wanted to bring these themes to this film. But I think there's no question that you always have to be on the alert about winks and what I call winks and nudges from Disney cartoons, from DreamWorks, from anybody else. There are themes that they want to work into these films that they can't work in as openly as they'd like, so they kind of keep them subtextual and subliminal for the most part. None of the specific gags in this film is really a big change. It's just the sheer number of them, from LeFou saying to Gaston, "Who needs her when you've got us?" to the moment when he bares his chest to reveal a bite mark from Gaston on his chest, to the closing gag where he dances with another man who is dressed in women's clothes earlier in the film.
Is that harmful to kids? I mean, would you take kids to see this?
I wouldn't. I think, first of all, it doesn't add anything valuable to the original. I think the 1991 animated film is one of Disney's all-time masterpieces. I think it's a great film. I would say kids are going to pick up on probably about half of the inappropriate humor here, and for me, that's too much. I'm not necessarily going to write off an entire film because of one inappropriate gag, but the sheer density of gags in this version of Beauty and the Beast is too much for my tastes.
You yourself are Catholic. How does your faith influence the way that you view movies?
I have been Catholic now for about 25 years. I became a permanent deacon in the Archdiocese of Newark a year ago, and my whole film writing career, the last 17 years, I've tried to bring the principles of my faith to bear in how I view movies in a way in accordance with the Vatican II document Inter Mirifica on the meaning of social communications. It's not, what I do is not a whole lot different from what a mainstream critic does. I'm interested in the good, the true, and the beautiful, but my faith does inform how I interpret what is good, true, and beautiful.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on to talk to us about this movie and about your faith and looking at movies in general. Stephen Greydonis, the creator of DecentFilms.com. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks very much.